Hey guys, welcome back to the final video of the customer buying cycle. Today we're going to be talking about the decision phase of the buying cycle, which is my personal favorite because this is when we're going and targeting shoppers who are ready to make the purchase. Now, if you haven't watched the original two videos, we went over the discovery phase of the buying cycle, then we went over the consideration phase of the buying cycle. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Zagari. I am the owner of PPC Entourage. We have helped thousands of sellers since 2015 grow their business using Amazon advertising. So we're gonna share videos like this every single week. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, click on the little notification button so that you can get really good, high quality content to help your brand grow on Amazon. All right, so here we have the customer buying cycle, and we're gonna go over this one more time in this video. And for those of you who have watched the first two videos, you've already seen this. The first part of this is the discovery phase of the buying cycle. You're gonna see that under needs awareness. And this is where we are helping shoppers understand what we're selling, and we are helping them identify a problem that our product could potentially solve. Next, we have information search and the evaluation of alternatives. And this is considered the consideration phase of the buying cycle. This is when we're getting our product out and we're getting multiple touch points because shoppers are browsing our competition. We want to make sure that we show up again and again and get those impressions, get that reach, and get those touch points so that shoppers consider our products over our competition. And then finally, we have the purchase decision and the post-purchase phase. Now, we won't cover the post-purchase phase in this video, but the purchase decision phase is when we get our ads in front of shoppers who are already primed to buy. So we're gonna get our ads out in front of shoppers where we look into the data and we see that we have proven sales on our targets, on our ASINs, on our keywords, on our categories, and we're gonna laser focus on those targets with really a good amount of budget to get as many sales as possible. So let's dive in. Now, first I wanna go over some of the different metrics that you can expect with regards to the budget. Now, if you know that certain keywords, targets, and ASINs are doing really, really well, it's preferred that you uncap your budget. We don't want to throttle Amazon in any way. We wanna make sure that we allow them to show us at all times for the keywords and the ASINs that are doing really, really well. Now, I understand that some of you may not be able to afford this at this time, but this is what you want to strive for. Identifying what's really working and then uncapping that so you can scale. Next, we have ACOS. Obviously, we want to go for break even or better. There are times when you may have a slightly higher ACOS, and really what you have to think about is what is the benefit of having a slightly higher ACOS? Is there some kind of product that people are going to purchase over and over again, or are you cross-selling them on other products, or is it just an introductory product that is getting them introduced into your product line? But for the most part, ACOS here should be break even or better. This way you can uncap your budget. Next, we have conversion percentage. Because we're going to be going after really high placements, top of search placements, typically the conversion percentage is much higher. Keep in mind that these are ASINs and keywords and targets that you already know have worked based on your search term data. So the conversion percentage is likely going to be higher anyway because we're going after finely tuned targets. Next, we have click-through rate percentage. And once again, because we're going after relevant audiences that we know has worked in the past, expect the click-through rate percentage or the likelihood that people will click on your ad to be much higher. So how about cost per click? You always want to avoid high cost per click whenever possible. Sometimes because there's so much competition on a keyword, it's not possible to actually avoid high cost per click. So at that point, you really have to make sure that it makes sense to you to continue going after that keyword or that target. Next, expect lower impressions in the decision phase because there's going to be only a limited amount of keyword volume and also placement volume because we're going after the very top of search with these ads. So there's only so much to go around. So thus the impression share is going to be a lot lower on these ads. And what about new to brand orders? Of course, it's always important to track new to brand orders for every phase of the buying cycle. All right, so let's dive into sponsored product ads. First, here we have a good example of what a decision phase ad looks like in sponsored products. As you can see, I typed in grill brush bristle free, and what showed up, and we're gonna look below the sponsored brand ads, right over here, highlighted in yellow, grill brush bristle free. Now that is the top of search. It's perfectly aligned with the search term, meaning the search term that the customer is searching for is actually in the headline. So it makes that really great alignment and that connection. So this is a great example of going after what the shoppers are actually searching for with your sponsored product ads in this phase. So of course we can set up some manual, highly targeted campaigns. And what I want you guys to do is consider a breakout campaign. Now, what is a breakout campaign? A breakout campaign is when you have one keyword or one target in a campaign by itself. Now, there's several advantages to that. You can have direct control over that keyword. You can do a little bit of bid optimization on the placement for that keyword, making sure that you show up at the very top, which leads me into the next part. Placement, we want to make sure that we optimize for top of search. Think about it, guys. We're in the decision phase of the buying cycle. If we know what shoppers actually want, we want to showcase our product at the very top of search. So we can modify our bid and do a bid modifier for top of search to get that placement. And that's another reason why it's so important to break out your campaigns into individual campaigns, one keyword or one target per campaign. Of course, we want to do an exact match. So in this scenario, we're going after highly targeted keywords and targets. We know that they work from the search term report. So we're breaking them out and we're putting them into these campaigns as exact match. And we're telling Amazon, hey, every time this search term or this keyword, this target shows up, we want to show up at the very top of Amazon to get this sale. Next, we have search terms or ASINs with 5 or more orders. So if you're digging into your search term report and you see a search term that has a really low ACOS with 5 or more orders, and by the way, this works for ASINs as well. If you see an ASIN with 5 or more orders with a favorable ACOS, then you could take that search term or that ASIN and turn it into its own campaign in this manually highly targeted campaign in the decision phase of the buying cycle. Of course, you want to do that with keywords or search terms that have multiple orders. We suggest doing 5 or more, but if you want to get really precise with this, go with 10 or more. That's going to give you some even better results. So here's a really good example of what a campaign like this could potentially do. You have $7,000 in ad spend and you can see $69,000 in sales, and I would scale this all day long. All right, guys, next we have sponsored brand ads. And these campaigns are going to help you set your advertising apart from your competition. I can almost guarantee you that because people are ultra lazy with their sponsored brand ads. We call these the highly targeted campaigns. And the goal here is to match your image to the headline, to the keyword. And what do I mean by that? We want to make sure that we match and align everything and then direct traffic to a specific page that is specific to that search term. And let's go over what that means. So I typed in pregnancy pillow here, and as you can see, there's a great image of this attractive woman who is sitting on her pregnancy pillow, relaxing, reading a book. So I get the visual of what the pregnancy pillow actually looks like. And then you see it says, meet pregnancy pillow, enjoy sweet dreams. Now that is an absolutely awful headline, but that's not the point. The point is pregnancy pillow is the main keyword or the main search term, and it shows up in the search term results. It shows up in the headline, it shows up as the image, and it shows up as the product. So this is a perfectly aligned ad in the decision phase of the buying cycle. So now when I click on this, I get taken to a pregnancy pillow dedicated storefront page. Can you guys see the alignment of what that's like? Now, this takes some time to do because what you're gonna have to do is dig into your search term report and find all of the individual search terms and make specific ads. But you could also do what I call the copy, rinse, and repeat strategy. Come up with an ad that works and then find the search terms in your search term report and just tweak the ad a little bit to accommodate for that search term and add it as a keyword that you're targeting and in your headline for that sponsored brand ad. Guys, it's just as simple as that. Just copy, rinse, and repeat. So here's another example of the litter scoop. You can see that I typed in litter scoop and what showed up is cat litter scoopers. So there's really good alignment there. You can see the litter scoop shows up on the left. And there's 3 products that are all litter scoops with perfect alignment. Then when I click on this, it takes me to a product list page of all cat litter scoopers. Perfect alignment. If I am looking for a litter scoop, I am not distracted in any way. This is a really great ad in the decision phase of the buying cycle. Here's one thing that you can do. We call this the automated bidding hack. Now, if you want to show up at the top of search, what you can do is toggle this little button off that says allow Amazon to automatically optimize bids for placements other than top of search. So we're going to toggle that off, and then we're going to check this little set a custom bid adjustment button right over here. and we're going to decrease bids by 99%. Essentially what this tells Amazon is, I don't want to get any visibility for this particular ad, this decision phase ad, below top of search. So we're putting ourselves in that favorable top of search position, and we're telling Amazon, just for this ad, I don't want any other visibility because I know this is an aligned ad. All right, here we go. There's some really great results that you can get. It is not true that sponsored brand ads always perform worse than sponsored product ads. Sometimes they can perform much better, and they could also be very scalable. And this is an example of that performance. Next, we have sponsored display ads. Now, I absolutely love sponsored display ads. Here, we're going to go after product targeting. And as you guys likely know, you can choose different audiences, but in this example, we're going to go after product targeting, not the searches, views, or the previous purchase audiences. All right, so a product targeting audience is on Amazon using the cost per click model. And in this example, we're going to target the ASINs that have 5 or more orders. So this is really cool, guys, because now we're going back into the search term report. We're looking at the ASINs that have 5 or more orders with a profitable ACOS or a desirable ACOS of, let's say, 30 or 40% or less. We're taking that and now we're going to target that in some really amazing locations. Check this out. It shows up right below the buy box and also right below the bullet points right over here. There's some really great locations. So what we're doing is we're taking all of the ASINs based on proven data and we're focusing in on those ASINs so that people will purchase our product in the decision phase of the buying cycle. Okay guys, I hope that you found some value in this video and you set up some really killer ads in the decision phase of the buying cycle. Now, if you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the little notification button because we will be coming out with incredible videos to help your business grow every single week. So I will see you next week. Have an amazing day.